Hey everybody, it's Devin.
And Lauren.
We're doing a walkthrough of Ovation of the Seas today. It's pretty fun. Basically, I just walk around the ship and we're going to point out cool stuff that is there. Right now, we're in the back of the ship with the Windjammer outdoor seating area.
Yeah, what deck is this?
That would be deck 14.
Okay. So you saw this in our day one vlog. That's where we ate lunch when we boarded in Seattle. So this is Ovation of the Seas by Royal Caribbean. We were docked in Juneau.
I think that was the Juno day, yeah.
Juneau. For the day, so that the ship is definitely a lot emptier, which is kind of perfect for you to see this tour.
Right, so this is the exterior, just right outside like the sports dome area. They've got.
So you walked up a deck. So you're now on deck
so
15. And now you'll be on 16, where the flow rider is.
Yeah, so there's flow rider up here. There's the wind tunnel thing, iFly, and rock climbing is just around the corner too.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. There was somebody on the flow rider just then, which is kind of funny because it's decently chilly and overcast, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Ripcord by iFly. It's such a long name. It's easy to forget, but that's what that weird clear tube was in the middle.
It's like just a wind tunnel that they throw you in and you get to fly.
Yeah. Well, it's like skydiving. It's indoor skydiving. Passing the rock wall now.
There's the pandas that made Lauren cry.
Yeah, on day one. To the left through those windows, that's where the Seaplex is. For some reason, the door that's right by the pandas wasn't available. Like during our cruise, they were doing maintenance on it or something like that. But you can access it other ways, which you'll see Devin
There's
do.
a bunch of other doors.
Mm-hmm. So deck 15, where Devin's walking right now, has the jogging path, walking trail, whatever you want to call it, that goes around the whole ship. So you can do that if you wish.
Yeah, it goes straight forward. You can see it passes by the North Star there, which is up at the moment.
Mm-hmm. And curves around.
Yeah, it curves all the way around.
Yeah. North Star is accessed from deck 15, but it does go up a deck and you board the North Star from deck 16 as well. Deck 16 is weird because it's just two little bits that go up. It's not like a full deck.
Right.
So you can't go from the flow rider to the North Star on deck 16. You have to go back down to 15, then go back up to 16.
Yeah, it's weird. They're just little pop-up decks.
Uh-huh.
But they still count because I guess technically they're above 15.
Yeah, they still count. Don't tell them that they don't count.
They're tiny.
Okay. Going inside, there's the indoor Seaplex area, but first is a stop at the arcade. This arcade was really small.
Yeah, we didn't even mess with it this time, which is odd for me in particular, because it's literally just these two rooms.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller than the one that we saw on Adventure.
And there was a bunch of kids in there, so I beased out. Yeah. But that was it. That's the whole arcade.
Mm-hmm. There's the indoor Seaplex area, which also has 2 levels to it.
Yeah, so it technically goes up to 16 as well?
Yeah, but again, it's not all connected, you know?
Right, you can't get outside from there, from the top deck, I don't think.
I actually don't remember.
On 16?
But that big open area is where they do bumper cars, and then they have open play sports like pickleball, basketball, tennis, those kinds of things. It's a pretty big open area.
We didn't see basketball this time, but you can see that they have the equipment for it. But we did see pickleball once.
Yes. Yeah, the first time we walked through, they were playing pickleball. And we never had bumper cars, which is kind of a bummer. But they did have roller skates. That was another thing that you could do. There's the Seaplex Dog House, which just offers hot dogs.
Yeah, so it's included in the base thing. There's no extra charge for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fun because that van I just passed by it's just theming for that.
Yeah, that's cute.
It's fun. We never tried that place either, which less hot dogs probably is better for our health. But
yeah, I don't eat hot dogs. Walking back outside, you saw some shuffleboard, which we also didn't do because it was also kind of chilly. It was very windy during our cruise outside. It's a little overcast today too when you're seeing this filmed. But you're still on
I'm on 15 still.
15,
Yeah, so I'm on
following the
back.
jogging path.
Yeah, so I'm on
Following the
back.
jogging path.
Yeah.
Really pretty views of the port there.
Yeah.
It's pretty. And those are the stairs that you came up from the Windjammer, right?
Yeah.
So that means the flow rider is on your left here.
Yes.
You did like a full little circle of the part that you guys saw.
Yeah, so now I'm going to go forward, and I think I'm going to go into the solarium-ish areas.
Solarium's a floor below.
Yeah.
So you go in and then down. It looks like you also go across the way to get to the North Star and show all of that stuff.
You know, we may actually be in Skagway. Was that the Gold Belt tram?
That was in Juneau.
Was that in Juneau? Oh, we're in Juneau.
Yep, we're in Juneau. So continuing forward past all the Seaplex area.
We got North Star. It's coming down now. But you can also, from deck 15, you can get a top-down view of the pool deck, which is pretty nice. And hopefully I remember to get a shot of it. But there's also a big TV there. I only ever really saw it playing commercials. I'm not sure what they do with that.
Yeah, I don't know if they did any films there. On Adventure of the Seas, they had a lot of movie nights out there. I'm not sure if they did that on Ovation just because of the wind and the cold. I don't think as many people were sitting outside, especially during, port days.
Right.
Like, everybody's off on port.
I mean, yeah, as you can see here, and this is pretty... This is what I found as I walked around the rest of the ship. It was just a dead zone. There was nobody here. Everybody was on the ship. So right down here, you can see that person getting soft serve. That actually is a little alcove you got to go down in order to get the soft serve. So for someone who's not looking for it, you may walk right by it.
Yeah, it's on the pool deck, which is deck 14.
14, yeah.
So we're on the same level again as Windjammer. If Devin kept going straight that way, which I think he does, you'd walk to Windjammer.
Yeah.
There's the pool deck and some of the hot tubs or whirlpools.
That little blue umbrella on the left is the soft serve.
What's nice about this pool deck, even though it's open, it does have some wind protection on the sides if you're hanging out at some of those chairs, which is kind of nice, for windier days.
Yeah, totally.
You've got more protection from some of the wind. And then in the back of the pool area, you've got like all the kids stuff. We did see tons of kids in all of the kid pools and the whirlpools and stuff like that. Yeah. They were having a blast, so whatever the weather is.
That starfish on the pole right there, it's a really tiny, it's like lazy river that kids just run in circles around. It was really funny.
So to the left there was the fish and chips. And then going inside, you get to the Windjammer if Devin went straight down that way, as well as Coastal Kitchen, which is another restaurant that we didn't try. To the left there are where that glass walkway is, if you want to, and then here's some of the kid zone areas. The living room, I think, is one of the teen areas. So
Devin did not go in there. So
no, it wasn't. It wasn't open for the open house stuff. You can go into those things when they do open houses. It's just not our jam.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in seeing what the kids get to play with.
Back out on the pool deck, heading towards the front of the ship, right?
Yes.
Now, because the Windjammer is in the aft, you get another view of all the pool deck, all the chairs, the towel stations, all of that fun stuff. Lots of people enjoying this kind of outdoor area.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of people on this side of the ship for some reason.
Well, this is the smoker area.
Oh, that's true.
So they're able to enjoy their habit there. If you keep going straight, you get to the indoor pool area.
Yeah. Oh, and I got to say about the smoking thing. I kind of forgot that there were people on, unless you got right near it. You didn't really... I thought for a second I went to the wrong door. You didn't really... It wasn't a bother like it was on Adventure of the Ship.
No, Adventure of the Seas. You said
Adventure of the Ship.
Adventure of the Ship, Adventure of the Seas.
Should have been the name of our vlog.
No, it's okay. So indoor pool area is to Devin's right. And then if you keep going straight, you get to the solarium, which is the adults only, which is 16 and up on Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
So there's another kind of view of the indoor pool. Definitely a really popular area on our cruise.
Popular.
It was full all the time. An indoor pool. Same with the solarium.
Yeah, this area I'm about to go into was, I think this was the only time I saw it not packed.
Yeah, it's because everybody was in port that day. But it's nice and warm and temperate in both of these areas. They sometimes even open some of those windows just to get in some air.
It's actually kind of nice because it's like really comfortingly warm in there. And then they'll have the windows open and you get like
a little bit of a breeze. Yeah.
It was really nice.
It is nice.
And I believe coming up here was the Solarium Bistro.
Yes, another restaurant that's inside of the solarium.
Yeah. There's a bar to the right as well. There were some people in the hot tub up here that I believe were asking about my camera. This cruise in particular, we got asked about our camera so many times.
Yeah.
It's really funny to see. Yeah, the lady in the yellow, she stops me and asks about the camera, which is really funny. I guess people really want to know what we're doing.
Yeah. It's a little doohickey, you know? You never know what it is. I do like the solarium, and I like the solarium pools. I like that there's different levels to the pools, so that, you know, you're not always, like, surrounded by people. It's a little bit easier to, like, space groups out, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
And then there are 2, like, hot tubs kind of towards the front so that you can get those really pretty views, which is really neat. We talked about this next area in our, like, top 5 favorites, huh?
Yeah, so this is the Bridge Wing.
Mm-hmm.
I love them a lot.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite spots.
Definitely. So you can access them from either side of the solarium. And there's just, these little, like, outcroppings so you can take in the views. It definitely gets chilly and windy there. They do have some, like, wind protection, as you can see, but it still gets kind of chilly.
Right.
Especially coming right outside of the solarium, because the solarium is so warm, and then you just immediately go outside. It's kind of crazy.
And for a lot of time on the ship, I kept wondering to myself, because I knew it would be silly to ask it out loud, was like, why do they call it, like, bridge wings and stuff? But, like, you're actually, in relation to the bridge, you're standing on it when you're out there.
Mm-hmm. Which is funny.
The solarium is just perched on top of the bridge, which is cool.
It is cool. These chairs get some of the best views. So pretty.
Yes, and they're usually not this empty.
No, definitely not. They're never this empty.
But also keep in mind those pink tags that are on those chairs are intermittent reminders for folks that you can't
reserve.
RC's not letting you reserve chairs anymore, so keep that in mind as well.
There's another shot of Juno as Devin goes out the other side of the solarium. So now exiting from the other side of it. The solarium is really pretty. They've done a nice job on this ship in particular with all of the indoor spaces. They've done a really good job with the design. There's a lot of seating areas, you know. They're definitely crowded and popular, but they try to use all of the space that they can.
They did a great job, and it's nice to see what they're doing with like a more indoor friendly cruise.
Mm-hmm. The
nice
cruise to Alaska, the cold weather cruises.
Right. They didn't just dump like Adventure of the Seas into the subarctic.
Yeah, that was smart. So going back out into the indoor pool area again, just seeing it from the other side. You can see the life jackets that are available for rent.
Hot tub.
Mm-hmm. And then going inside here. So I believe this is the point in the video where Devin is going to demonstrate that the next chunk of floors are really just...
it's just staterooms.
It's just staterooms. There are some like suite lounges and stuff like that on those floors. We don't have access to those things. So Devin is going to jump down now to deck 5. So yeah, here he is pointing out. Those floors just basically contain staterooms. And some like kids club, you know, kind of things. There's a conference room, that sort of thing. But now we're just moving down to the bottom half of the ship, more of the open areas, which are on deck 5.
Yeah.
So you're in the front of the ship right now?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
this is forward.
Okay, forward.
Royal Theater.
So there's the Royal Theater.
And I believe there was a movie playing at the time, so I didn't get a very good shot of it, but you can check back our other videos. We got some really good shots of it when we were actually in there.
And this is the balcony area, right? Because you're on deck 5.
Yeah, this is balcony.
So you can enter the Royal Theater from deck 5 or from deck 4, depending on how you like to sit, you know, in the balcony or on the floor. That did look like Shazam. That was playing.
They were playing Shazam.
So that's kind of funny. But that's where you see like most of your stage productions. It's a really big, beautiful theater, and yeah, like Devin said, venue. We've got tons of video in our daily vlogs if you're interested in.
All right, Lauren, what's the name of this bar coming up?
Schooner Bar. I loved this space on this ship. It's so pretty. It's very well themed. It's in a nice location. I really enjoy it. Oh, and there's the Focus Gallery as well, which is like where they store your photos and where you can buy them. But yeah, the Schooner Bar on this ship in particular was really well themed.
It was amazing.
And I really liked it, all the seating and everything like that. So it's a bar, but there's a lot of like trivia and other games held inside that bar.
They also had music requesting piano people playing every night.
Yeah, musicians.
So you just throw out music and
they'll play stuff.
It was great.
It is great.
It's a Zoomies.
So continuing down deck 5, we've got the Esplanade view right below. But yeah, there's a Zoomies, one of the specialty dining restaurants. Oh, see, you can tell it's Juneau because it was 4th of July. 4th of July. It's not always decorated so patriotically. Going down the side that Devin is now is the Wonderland specialty restaurant. Which we haven't tried.
No.
It's like a unique dining experience. I don't know. I've seen some videos of it. I don't know if it's necessarily food I would eat.
Same.
But, you know, it's another specialty restaurant option. The theming is cool.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It looks very well themed.
Yeah.
But also, if you look up the menu, it sounds like something, if you crossed like
very fancy
high school viewings of Bill Nye the Science Guy with the Food Network show, that's what you get.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy. On the other side, I don't know if Devin goes back to show it, the Bionic Bar. Devin's saying yes, he does.
I think I walked through it.
But if not, the Bionic Bar is just on the other side of Wonderland, like they're across the way. Side. So still on deck 5, going towards the aft of the ship, right? Getting my directions correct. That's good. These like tube thingies, these metal tubes on the wall, it's kind of like an art thing. But I feel like they also like make sounds.
They could,
you know, as you walk by.
I really liked the red flowy art piece in the center.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
It was fun.
You've got some fancy jewelry shops. I believe Devin gets it on the way out, but Jamie's is on the other side. This is the wine bar that's on your right.
Here's the art gallery.
The art gallery.
There's a lot of really, at this point, they threw out a bunch of patriotic stuff, but
yes,
there was a lot
on
more,
4th of July.
There was a lot more interesting art.
Yeah,
the rest of
I feel like each day they kind of change out the selection that's in their gallery so you can see all of their pieces. Yeah. And then they host their art auctions in some of the bigger venues. That's just kind of where you can see a lot of it on display.
Right.
To the left is Next Cruise, where you can make an appointment to book a cruise with somebody.
They were really pushing for people to book Icon. So 270 is there.
Looks like they were doing Spectre's Cabaret.
Yeah, Spectre's was in the middle of it. That's actually you can see that same shot in our coverage of Spectre, I think on day 2. But we've got a bunch of shots of inside there, so you should go check it out. Check out our other videos because it's beautiful in there.
And then on the way back out, Devin passed another like cafe kind of area. It's Cafe 270. Didn't look like it was open when Devin went. It had very like specific.
Oh, I found a duck.
It has a kind of unique like sandwiches and salads and stuff like that.
We got a salad from there. It was really good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I liked it. And they also have like breakfast pastries and stuff like that in the morning. So Devin, found a duck in the wine bar. That's pretty cool. And he's heading over to Jamie's Italian, which we loved.
We loved it. We went there twice.
Yes.
We did penne carbonara. We found out recently it'll be some time since this video posts. By the time this video posts, but their menu's changing. But the penne carbonara stayed.
That's good.
Yeah.
And
he relocated.
Yes, you did a good job there. You can see they've got like a photo opportunity to the left. Those are kind of throughout the ship. Oftentimes on like decks 4 and 5 are primarily where they're at. The backgrounds change depending on the day and stuff like that. We did see a Titanic one.
I just remembered, that they had the grand staircase in the Titanic as a photo op one day, which was really funny.
Right? It is pretty funny. It looks like these ones are a lot of like Americana fireworks kind of thing.
Right. If you want to book shore excursions with a person, you can do it there.
Yes.
That's
and
when I
office.
say a person, they just give you an iPad and
they kind of walk you through it.
This was one of the few times the Bionic Bar was actually working.
Yeah, we didn't see it open all the time.
But it was fortuitous because it's doing its thing.
Yeah, robots making you drinks. And again, this is all deck 5. You can see he's nearing Zoomies now.
Yeah, and I believe I take Lauren's fancy staircase down.
Oh, nice.
She really loved this staircase.
No, it doesn't look like it. I don't know. Maybe not. I do love that fancy staircase. You just walked right past it. Yeah, it's right here. I do love that staircase. It's just a nice little staircase connecting decks 5 and 4. You spend so much time on like 4 and 5 for different venues. It's where like the coffee places and the theater, where you get some water. Like there's a lot going on 4 and 5, I feel like. You spend a decent amount of time there.
So Lauren and I were discussing the focus picture area.
Photo gallery.
Right. And so like we think that is kind of it's going to be a dying thing on the ship with the rise of like digital photos and stuff and all that. So we were talking about what we thought might go there in its place. So tell us in the comments what you think is going to go there when Focus Photo Gallery goes, or what you'd like to see there. Yes.
Devin's not speaking from like any confirmation that it's leaving. That's not what he means.
I just think like
it's a dying industry potentially.
It just keeps getting smaller and smaller. No, like only old school cruisers really go for like the photos or families, but it seems like something that'll go away. So I'm on deck 4.
Yes, moving down to deck 4, there was another entrance to get into the Royal Theater, but then you can also see the music hall venue.
So this is the second story of the music hall.
Which has a bar. It weirdly has like slot machines, although that might be on the floor below, deck 3, where the casino is. But there's pool tables and stuff like that in the music hall on the second floor. You can see there's some sort of event that's about to begin, maybe an afternoon trivia or something like that.
I believe this one was talking about pearls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so it was some sort of demonstration.
Jewelry demonstrations, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
And there's Devin not being able to figure the door out.
That's okay. Heading back out onto deck 4, you've got a lot more of the shopping opportunities here. You've got some specialty ones like cosmetics and jewelry.
Mm-hmm. And there's the famous big chair.
Yes, outside of the music hall. You do have like the Alaska themed store and the Royal Caribbean store, which is pretty small on this ship. But
right, I'm going to turn here in a second. Get it. So Prince and Green is the Alaska store.
Mm-hmm. You already passed the Royal Caribbean one. It's called Sundials. There's the Amber and Oak Pub, which we ate out on one of our days, but it also hosts karaoke.
Very loud karaoke.
Very loud karaoke, yeah, because it's kind of an open venue, which is funny.
It's right there on the left.
Mm-hmm, on the stage. There's also musicians and stuff like that play in their pub music. They have pub trivia most nights as well.
If you want some watches, go to the place behind me on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Sorrento's.
Yes. So another view of Amber and Oak right next to Sorrento's, and then Cafe Promenade, which is funny that it's called that because it's on the Esplanade. Yeah, there's more jewelry. Oftentimes the middle area of the Esplanade, they put out extra items, whatever thing they're having on sale. It could be watches, perfumes, cigarettes,
we saw
Alaska items. You just kind of never know. There was also a view of the La Patisserie. before. Guest services.
Yeah.
More photo opportunities. So you're walking towards the
rear of the ship.
The back of the ship now, and that's where main dining is located. Right?
Yep. And I'm not actually sure if I got a shot of it because there's just a bunch of people.
Right. If you kept going straight, that's one of the main dining restaurants. That's called Silk. I believe that was ours, or were we on deck 3?
We were on deck 3.
Okay. But I believe main dining is decks 4 and 3, and there's like different... They have different names, but they're all main dining. They're all the same thing.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm. So now Devin's walking... Where are you going, Devin? He can go down the stairs.
Down oh, nope. I changed my mind.
He's going down back towards the Royal Esplanade, and then I think you'll go down, huh?
This wall to my left, we've seen in other videos, we think it's one that used to track your motion.
Yeah, it was kind of like another thing, like the butterflies, an interactive kind of thing.
But it didn't seem to be working this time.
Oh, here you go. Now you're going down to deck 3.
That's why I turned around, because I thought, we're in port. We can film the casino.
Yes. So casino is on deck 3.
So you cannot film it while it's in operation. So nobody's there. Nobody can play games right now. And this is it.
Yeah. Lots of slot machine. They do have, as you can see here, the table games. We don't partake in that, so I don't know specifically like what the crowd's like or anything like that in there. But
right. We live in an area that is just gambling. Gambling everywhere. There's slot machines in our airport.
Yeah.
So that we just don't really have any interest in it.
Right. It's just not something we pursue. But there is a bar down there as well, so you can really spend a lot of time there.
It also backs up into the music hall on the first floor, so you can get there.
On the third floor.
The third deck, first floor.
Right.
First deck of the music hall.
Mm-hmm. So back on this side of deck 4, you saw Valerio's, which is another bar. Port Merchants, which is where you can buy like alcohol, cigarettes. I think they have some like snacky kind of things.
There's a $1,500 bottle of scotch in there too, which is nuts.
It's kind of runs the gamut because then there's also like Pringles and peanut M&Ms, you know. So it's kind of a hodgepodge sort of store. So going back the way that you came.
So Amber and Oak I think it's really for like a specific type of person. You know, it wasn't for us. The food was definitely like bar food.
Yeah.
But
I think it's more of a pub. I think going there for like karaoke and stuff like that would be great, you know.
Like a meal.
Yeah. It's a lot smaller too than it looks from the outside.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Devin passing the butterfly wall, which is on the right-hand side there. There you go. I
touch it too. All right.
Yeah, butterfly wall. But it looks like he's about to end the video here back by the Royal Theater. Going down further, we'll get some more main dining restaurants and then just more interior kind of an ocean view cabins. But we hope you guys enjoyed the video, yeah?
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching and supporting our channel. Leave a comment if you'd like. Hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. And we'll catch you guys in our next one.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.